Shakar Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bracket the Yahweh, Bracket the Yahweh Shai, Bracket the Yahweh, Bracket the Yahweh Shai, Bracket the Yahweh, Bracket the Yahweh Shai, the water, the Bob, called Kadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone that teaches the truth, the 100% truth. Do a quick in transit. We're going into tough economic times right now. We're going to start tightening up the belt. That's the saying, shit's going to get difficult out here. And one thing about Babylon the Great, the people here, they used to having things that are called a notice. You can eat when you want to. Or you can eat buffets and, just pretty much gorge yourself out on food, Because even though food's still expensive, you can still manage to eat how you want. But as we see, we go into these trade wars. And I was looking at the stock market, man, everything is all red, man. It's blood red. And red is a sign for danger. And let that be a warning, man. At times are really about to get difficult, so we're going to really have to make sure we're prepared. Not only physically, but make sure we have extra essentials and things like that on hand, a little bit of cash on hand, whatever. Just things in case of an emergency. But make sure we're spiritually prepared. That we're in connection with Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. We have that number on the ready, that speed dial, and be able to call on our power. And that's first of all knowing the name Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And I was thinking about when I was going into this lesson, who's really going to catch it is going to be these women out here. These women about to catch hell, man. These women about to see something that they ain't never seen before. They've really been spoiled in this society, and it was done on purpose. So that our women can destroy the family. They give them all these subsidies and programs and all these things to make them feel independent. Even when raising children, make them feel independent. Give them that illusion of being independent. Because they're never independent. They always depend on some type of man for something. Either the system or something that they depend on. But that's the illusion that they're going to put out there, man. That's that Babylonian wine, man. That feminism. Thinking that, I'm so damn special. I can do this shit all on my own. You see a lot of these young women, these Keishas, they get nice apartments, cars, go to school for so many years and get these educational loans. They can buy cars and shit. So I don't become professional students. But a lot of them just know how to work the system. Really, in the whole scheme of it all, the system really works them. Because the main goal of the system is to destroy these Israelite families. And where I say really families in the whole, because that's one of the things Rothschild's talking about, is destroying the family. If you destroy the family, you destroy you weaken the people. Therefore, that's why they're able to rule the way they rule, man. These oligarchs, by keeping the people dumbed down, families broken up, and people in total chaos. But right now, we might be approaching that time when shit might be about to hit the fan, man. Shit might be getting real ugly out here real soon. So, and like I said, a lot of these Eves, man, they gonna catch hell, man. They're gonna really catch hell, because a lot of them on Section 8, and many of them been on Section 8 for years and years, And where they manage that, they'll have a set of children, maybe like 2. Now I've seen it all many times. A lot of them just have a bunch of them. They have like 2 or 3. Then once those 2 or 3 about to age out of the system, once they turn 18, they'll cut that system. So what they go do, they go get pregnant again, and have another 2 or 3, so they can prolong that system, man, of getting these government subsidies, man, like food stamps or EBT, what they call it now. But yeah, so they setting these eves up, man. You find a lot more content on these social media sites where eves are crying out. They can't pay their rent, they're homeless, sleeping in their cars, some of them sleeping in vans, sleeping in tents. And nice looking eves too, man. That's how I'm gonna be nice looking women. But they have that independent feminist mindset that they don't need a man, They'll go through all type of hell just to prove a point. They'll catch holy hell, man, just to prove a goddamn point, man. And that's the destruction of our people, because it really starts with the women. Once they knew that they done took the man out of the home and destroyed the mind of the women, her being the first teachers of the children, those kids, man, are going to be totally destroyed and corrupted. You can imagine what some of these kids end up seeing nowadays, living with these eves in a lot of these communities, man. Some of the shit, the trauma these kids have to experience at an early age. A lot of them sleeping in cars with the parents. I've seen that shit myself quite often. See a woman sleeping in a damn car and got the kids spread out in the back, And you talking about no little kids either. But they won't give the kids to the father because they need that kids for financial support, psychological support too, because it gives her a control feeling. She can control the father through the kids, or she can manipulate the system and get money for the kids, man, either through child support or, like say, food stamps. So that shit's about to come to an end, man. DJ Trump ain't playing. And they bring a harsh rule on the inhabitants here in Babylon the Great, man. We're probably about to see some things that we ain't never seen before. And like I said, people here are not used to going without. You even got homeless people here that are overweight, grossly overweight, because you can. It's always going to be some place where you can eat at, where they feeding people. It's always somewhere you can eat here. So once you start slowing down the supply chain and food, and people start really going hungry, know what hunger is about, talking about third world type of hunger, these people ain't gonna know how to handle that shit, man. Because Jake is usually having everything on demand. Grubhub, Uber Eats, drive-thrus, fast food, all you can eat buffets, man. You talking about rationing meals, man, people ain't ready for that. They ain't gonna know how to deal with that. That's when that animalistic survival by any means instinct is going to start kicking in. You already got Eves out here now, selling their bodies, That's just going to be the beginning of it, man. I just want to kind of hit that point, man. Just prepare, You got to stay spiritually prepared, man, for what's about to happen. You're going to see some harsh things, man. There'll be some hard judgments that's going to be handed out. And we have to prepare our minds to be able to deal with some of the stuff that we're going to be witness to. So that's pretty much it, man. Lord wills. Bless with that. If I with that, say shalom.